Hey everyone, Taco here and I hope you're doing well. So I may have done something to my Nikon Z6 III sensor, and in order to figure out if I did that, I'm going to actually clean the sensor using something that I just bought recently from a local camera store, and then hopefully this will solve the issue of the stain that I have on my actual sensor for the Z6 III. So this is called the DualPower X, and I bought this from the local camera store. It has actually two liquid vials there, and it includes 5 different swabs. Each swab I can use twice, one on either side, and I'm actually, according to the instructions, I'm supposed to use one or the other for one swab. I'm not supposed to mix these liquids together. The blue one is a regular water-based liquid used for light dust particles. And the red one is supposedly an extra strength liquid that is supposed to be better for those stubborn stains that you might get on a camera sensor. So I bought this particular one because it does have the extra strength liquid in there. So I'm going to use that to clean my Nikon Z6 sensor, and I thought I'd take you along while I do it. So I'll actually show it to you in a minute right here, but you can actually see that the box around the sensor is also a little bit damaged, more like it actually melted a little bit. And if you look at the sensor itself, you'll actually see that there is a little bit of stain right on the sensor, and I'm able to see this onto the image itself by way of, it actually looks like a little dust particle. I'm assuming it's the edge of the stain that I'm looking at when I'm looking at the images. Now it's also important to note that before you use any sensor-based cleaners like this, use something like this, which is essentially an air blower, to remove any of the fine dust particles that you have on there, because chances are 99% of the time when you see dust particles in your images, you can actually blow them away using a air blower just like this. So I'm going to do this first to clean any of the dust particles away from the sensor, and then I will actually use this to clean the actual sensor by physically swiping the swab onto the sensor itself, and hopefully it will actually fix my problem. All right, so I'm ready here. I have my camera set up here, and my overview camera is my iPhone there, and I'm going to open this DualPower X here, just making sure there's no more dust particles. And once I do that, actually I can see one right now. Once I do that, I will take a swab, and then I'm going to take the red one because it is supposed to be extra strength. They say you're supposed to put between 2 to 4 drops of this onto the swab so that it saturates the swab in its entirety, and make sure not to over dampen the swab. And make sure also, it says to not take too much time so that the liquid evaporates off the swab. So right when I do it and I ensure that the swab is saturated, then I can swipe once onto the sensor, and if I feel like it needs another swipe, then I can swipe using the other side of the sensor. So each of these swabs I can use twice, one on either side. So look at that. One swipe and it's mostly gone. I can actually see that. I don't know if you can see that now. I'm gonna use the other side. And I gently apply pressure on it, and I think it's gone. There's no streaks. But it's very clean, and there's no streaks whatsoever. So that means this worked. I just cleaned my sensor, and in the first swipe it looks like the majority of the stain had disappeared. I did see a little bit of a marking of one section, so I just turned the swab around, and then I used the other side to swipe again in the same direction, applying a little bit of gentle pressure on it, and then it actually cleaned everything else just like it was normal. So I'm done with this swab. I cannot use it anymore, and then I will just put it back and throw it away. But it looks like this red thing actually worked, the extra strength. They do also say that you start off with the blue because it is a gentler solution, I guess you can say, for the sensor itself, and it's supposed to take away more of the lighter stains, I guess you can say. But I felt like this was actually a lot more stubborn than what the blue one would be able to handle, so I just ended up using the red one anyway. So anyway, that is it. The DualPower X, it looks like it actually worked. So I'm going to take that off. I have my lens here. Right, make sure that's clean. Take it off and let's see what we have. I'm trying to look at a clean white spot. I'm at 2.8. It helps if the white area is clean. I'm moving my aperture all the way down to 22. I don't see any markings. All right, so it's clean. It looks like it did the job. So if you have any questions on how to use this DualPower X sensor cleaning kit, let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching my video. I hope to see you in the next one then. Take care.